Hello, everyone. A warm welcome to this webinar about Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central Upgrade. We are so excited today to present you what the new solution from Microsoft has to offer for your business. My name is Nitesh, and I'm part of the business development team at Dynamics Square. And to talk more on this topic, I've been joined by my colleague Sahil, who is the solution architect for Dynamics Navision and Dynamics 365 Business Central. Before we proceed further, just a quick introduction about Dynamics Square. We are a Microsoft Gold certified partner, comprises of more than 130 highly skilled Microsoft certified consultants serving more than 250 clients globally. It all started around 10 years back when we began working on Dynamics original version, which is 4.0 and 5.0. And through the domain expertise we acquired during this journey, we have been able to grow exponentially. We are now based in 6 global locations worldwide, including UK, US, Australia, Singapore, and India, through which we provide 24/7 support services to all our clients across all time zones. If we talk about our solution expertise, we are not only well versed with the ERP side of Dynamics 365, which includes applications like manufacturing, supply chain, finance, operations, and human resources. We are well versed with the customer engagement part of Dynamics 365, which includes applications like your CRM, customer service, field service, marketing, project service automation, and customer insights. These are some of our valuable clients in the UK, where we have helped them with their digital transformation journey through Dynamics Navision and Dynamics 365 Business Central. Now let's talk about the webinar agenda for the very reason why we all are here today. We will cover the introduction to Business Central. We will discuss about what's new in Business Central. What's the technology modernization released by Microsoft? What are the upgrade paths available to you as a customer? And then finally, the offer for the existing Dynamics customer. You are now looking at the 4 key elements of a digital transformation initiative within a business. Your product, operations, people, and customers are all part of this initiative. Microsoft has created a digital feedback loop to help you connect data and gain clarity on the interdependencies between the people that run your business and your products, operations, and customers. The solution breaks down your data silos and consolidates the information into a full picture of your organization's strengths and opportunities to improve. Traditionally, ERP applications were more of a glorified record keeping system, which did well for the last decade or so. But something is fundamentally changing now for the very first time in the history of business applications. And the base of that start is the fact that data is now coming out of everywhere. With the combination of AI, data has now become observable. Added intelligence at each step can now improve your business processes and outcomes and help you adjust your approach as you progress. Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Microsoft Power Platform are built on Microsoft Azure, which supports users to control data and modify their applications. In fact, over 500,000 companies worldwide, including 97% of the Fortune 500 companies, are betting their business on Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. Now that's some staggering numbers to look at. Dynamics 365 offers a line of business applications across commerce, service, marketing, sales, human resources, finance, and operations. All these applications are infused with data and intelligence, which makes Dynamics 365 a modern business application suite. These modern cloud applications can meet all your core business needs for staff and customers across operations. Let's move to the introduction to Dynamics 365 Business Central. Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a full-blown mid-market ERP It comprises of all the core modules of your businesses like financial, project, operations, report and analytics via Power BI, supply chain, and sales and service. It connects your people and processes with a single unified solution so that data can be quickly and easily shared with key people throughout your company. You have access to the most current and accurate data, so you are making the most informed decision possible. For instance, the second a sales rep in the field makes a change to customer quote, it gets reflected in the numbers being pulled for a forecast report back at the office. With more accurate information at your fingertips, decisions have a bigger impact on the bottom line. Functions like payroll, banking, even your CRM system are just as integrated so your people can share the most current data and respond to customer requests faster with the most accurate information. You might be wondering, that's good, but what's new in Business Central? To talk further on this, I will now hand over this session to my colleague Sahil, who will take it forward from here. Over to you, Sahil.
Thanks, Nitesh, for kicking off this presentation and setting the tone. I would like to thank the audience of this live session for joining. A quick introduction about myself. I am Sahil Kumar, Solutions Architect Dynamics 365 at Dynamics Square. Having a total experience of 9+ years and having done more than 10 upgrades from various versions to Business Central, I am very excited to introduce you to Business Central. Before I start off, I would also request our live audience to ask away their questions in the Q&A chat box. Our moderator will try to cover the questions in the chat itself, or we will cover the remaining questions or the more pressing questions during the Q&A session of our webinar. So why upgrade to Business Central? Some of our customers in the past whom we have upgraded have always said to us, we are happy with the system that we have on, because most of them are on a NAV or GP. So they ask us, we are comfortable, this suits our requirement more or less, why should we upgrade? This is where we do not realize that the technology is changing its landscape, and quick adaptation will give your company a first mover advantage and a competitive edge. From here on, we will give you reasons to why switch to Business Central and how Microsoft is changing the landscape and transforming how you work with Business Central. We will focus on two approaches today. One, business operations, how you can enhance your business with modernization in technology. World is moving towards reliable, secure, and cost-effective SaaS solutions. This has enticed Microsoft to bring about technology modernization never seen before, which in turn has effect on your business processes, giving you the ability to solve business problems, leveraging data and AI. Also, technology modernization is also a key capability on which Microsoft has developed this product as a USP. This is something which we will discuss about as well. So let's take the first topic, business operations. Before I move on to discussing the details, you can, what I want to say here is you can optimize your team productivity. These are the solutions which are evolving with time. These are the solutions which are on SaaS, it's on cloud, it's reliable, it's secure, and it's very flexible. So, you will be helping your team to save time to do things that really matter inside business and not worry about the ERPs and the digital stuff on this side. So Business Central. Business Central is a single source of intelligence with role-based workspaces and integration with Microsoft Office 365 apps. It comes in various devices such as mobiles, tablets, desktops, and laptops. And for mobile and tablets, there is an interface for both Android and iOS. Role-based workspaces has changed how the users interact with the system and allowed them to focus on their work. Microsoft actually introduced role-based workspaces in NAV 2013, but they have improved that workspaces, and the customers who are using 2018 version or 2017 version has already some of the benefits, but again, this has improved a lot. And integration with other Office 365 apps such as Microsoft Outlook, Excel, and Word has given flexibility to perform duties in a productive way. In the forthcoming slides, we will explore those aspects one by one and possibly with a demo. So you can deploy in the cloud, on-premise, or with a hybrid approach. No matter your requirements for data residency, compliance, or security, you can run your business anywhere and however you need. A universal mobile-enabled user experience means you can have powerful intuitive experience across deployments and devices. With this, I will take you uh, to the App Store. This is my Play Store. What you see on my screen right now. So this is actually available on Play Store and iOS Store. So what you need to do with a SaaS deployment, you just need to download the apps as you do with the other your usual games and other things that you download in your phone. With this, you can simply download. You can use your Office 365 ID. Usually it's your email ID and the password to log in into Business Central. It's that simple. uh, in earlier versions, deployment of mobile apps were there, but deployment of apps were a little difficult. With this, Microsoft has made the deployment seamless. So you can imagine that you're on the go and an urgent purchase order needs your approval, or you want the sales figure for the current month, or just simply want to register a customer without logging into Business Central. Your salespeople are on the go. This will ensure that you have a seamless mobile experience, which is missing in the current versions, both deployment and the user experience of the mobile. So if you see here, um, and when I will show you the role-based workspaces, then you will realize it somewhat looks similar to, and the experience is so much similar as an app, but it's mobile responsive pages. So I'm sure you'll love it. So role-based workspaces provide a high-level view of key business metrics and make it possible to drill down into transactions and KPIs. Ultimately, this makes it easier to monitor and accelerate business performance. So let me take you to Business Central screen and show you what roles are. So first of all, some of you must be familiar with who are using NAV 2013 onwards, must be familiar of this interface somehow, but I will tell you what has gotten better. But before that, let me show you some roles. So these are the roles. So each user can have their own role. Each user can define their own role. You can imagine a project manager and an inventory manager, a CEO, a business manager plays different sort of roles in the company. So how the landing page or the page where that first opens in front of you will achieve the same level of efficiency for them? It will actually not. There are a lot of out of the box roles available, and we can add more roles if required in the future. But let me switch on to a role of inventory manager quickly, and then I will switch back to business manager because I want to show you a few things here, but I will show you how the screen changes. So I've changed the role to inventory manager, and it's all controlled by roles and permissions. So nobody can actually go and change their roles themselves. So we assign the roles to those users. But if you see how the screen has transformed drastically, I'm an inventory manager. I have no role in doing the sales orders. I may have some role in purchase orders, but I really don't have any role in doing the sales order. My role is to do manage inventory, do transfer, do purchase orders. If it's a uh, if it has just come and there is no purchase order, just as an example. So I can do a lot of things from here, and this experience is relatively different than what you were seeing before. So I'll switch back to business manager because I have some really great things to show you there. So if you see on the top, there are various shortcuts. You can go to finance, cash management, sales. Just because I'm business manager, I probably have access to more things than the other people, as I've showed you the inventory manager screen as well. uh, Customer, vendor, item, bank accounts. So let's say I want to add sales order on top. So what I will do, it's that simple. You can personalize your screen. You can simply open sales order and click this bookmark button, and I'll come back out, and you'll see the sales order popping up here. So it's that simple. You can personalize your screens. This is like a newspaper, a headline. So somebody is wishing me good morning, and it is showing me insight and KPIs from last month, last week, and this keeps on improving. This keeps on giving you new things, and it's all drillable. So basically, if I want to see what was my best selling item, I just simply click on it, and it shows me what is my best selling item, what was my second best selling item. So all this is intelligent cloud insights. Microsoft is working hard on integrating more and more AI into Business Central. uh, Actions, as there are many, I'm assuming there are many Navision users already here. So earlier, depending on the version you are on, if you want to click, if you want to create a sales order, sorry about that, if you want to click on sales order and you want to create a new sales order, you probably have to click once, twice, maybe thrice as well, depending on how your setup is done. But if you see, there are quick actions that are available now. So I click on sales order, and it just simply opens up a sales order. So you can focus your time and energy towards doing things. Entering the sales order is more important than clicking 5 screens and going inside. So all these actions are available for you to quickly explore the system and do your work fast. There's some activities. It's showing me sales this month, my overdue invoices, sales invoices, purchase invoices. Those of you who are using role-based Navision from 13 onwards, you must be familiar with these queues as well. And there are some report sort of things which are also rolling out. For example, average collection days. When you hover over it, it sort of shows you what this report will do, or what this page will do, or what this queue shows. So it does not leave you out in the dark. You already have what you want to see. You just hover over it, and it will tell you what it is. Uh, then I'll just skip all this. There are some inbuilt charts. So this is directly built inside Business Central. So you can make more charts. This is user driven thing, which is there. You can build more charts you want to. For example, there are a few income and expense, aged accounts receivable, top 10 customers, top 5 customers. So let's see sales trend by customer groups. Okay, so I think there is just one customer. Let's see a next chart. Yeah, so this is my top 5 customers by sale value. So it's again drillable. When I click on this, it takes me to the detail of that or to that customer master, and then you can see the rest of the details. This is my flash trial balance. This is a very good feature, which is appreciated by a lot of our customers. This is if you want to share reports with your CEOs, they probably ask for these reports frequently. You build this report inside Business Central, and it sort of sits on their dashboard, and they can see whenever they want to. They can drill into the transactions whenever they want to. It's like a full intuitive experience. Some of you, if you are using Power BI reports, and I would recommend start using it to to you and to our existing customers who do that. Are not using Power BI and using traditional reporting systems such as SRS. So we recommend them to switch to Power BI. You can publish unlimited number of reports inside Business Central. So no need to go into Power BI and open a separate app. It lives inside Business Central. I'll talk a little bit more about Power BI. We have a special slide for it, and then I will interact with this report, and I'll show you some more. So if you probably need a more in-depth look, a more personalized demo, we'll be happy to give that to you, and we can share our contact details at the end of the meeting. So embedded with Microsoft 365, the screen that you see on the right hand side is Outlook. Uh, so let me, uh, instead of staying on this slide, let me take you to Microsoft Outlook and show how good and how intuitive experience it is. So this is my personal account. So this is sahil.kumar at Dynamic Square. So I'm just sending an email to Webinar UK and I'm requesting for a quote for item, this 7 chair and 2 tables. So I'll just send this across. And this is the other one. Now, you see on top, there is a button Business Central. So what this will do as soon as that mail lands in my inbox, um, I will show you the magic how this happens. So in general, where does your staff start their days usually? They usually come and first thing they do is check their mails. Uh, what if I give you an ability to do most of the tasks without you leaving Outlook? So your customer service or your customer drops you an email and your customer service has to respond to a query. Sorry about that. Let me point to this. They respond to a query and they inquires about their balance, or if they have any queries about their previous invoice. No worries. If you have that email synced with that customer, it will open the entire details about that customer. So Microsoft is working to increase the efficiency so that users can work fluently and reply to their customers in real time. If I give all this information in Outlook itself, then it will make your customer service reps, especially their lives easy. So if you see on the right hand side, there are a lot of things. I can see what are the ongoing codes, orders, what are my posted invoices. I can see all the statistics, you know, what are the outstanding orders, when did they make the last payment, how much payment they made, when they last paid us. uh, what is the total sales that I have done to this customer. It's all drillable. If I click on this, it will take me to the next screen where I can see the detailed customer ledger entries, and I can pop this out as well. I want to show you another thing here, but I will come on to it further in our demo, because it's a little towards technology, where we'll talk about AI. Then I will show you how from Business Central I can go and create the sales code. So hang on for that moment. So again, this is another example of seamless integration of Office 365. This is Excel. So you don't need to do any laborious task of creating a journal in ERP. You with Business Central, you get edit in Excel. You on general journal, you simply click edit in Excel and create a journal on Excel and just update it. It's that simple. Uh, you don't need to. Earlier, you used to copy and paste across the information to Excel. Now on all the list pages, you have a button open in Excel, and that simply opens that up. Opens the data on your screen in Excel, and that's available almost at every place. So you don't need to do copy paste, make mistakes in that. Simply click that button and it will extract everything. Uh, so up until here, we were talking about productivity, how you can improve that, how you can give more power to your employees. But what about another prime concern? One of the most prime concerns that we have from our customers is reporting. So worrying about the MISS report will be the issues of good old days, because, okay, let me show you how. Let us come on that. So from data to action, Microsoft has invested and continues to invest in decision automation and support through turnkey capabilities. In a nutshell, it answers what we often struggle to find in our business. Let's start from the bottom. So what happened through reporting? You have dashboards and reports, as I showed you inside Business Central. You have a built-in dashboards. There is account schedules. This was a tool which was earlier as well, but that tool has also improved immensely. Uh, you know, we can show you more if you give us a chance to do a one-to-one demo there. Uh, why did it happen? Through interactive dashboards with slicers using Power BI. They are investing heavily in big data analytics. So they have embedded that Power BI inside Business Central to enhance the user experience immensely. They want to reduce the number of clicks and number of tabs you open. So you don't need to open another tab for that. So what will happen? So forecasting tools such as cash flow, inventory, and late payment forecasting. So these forecasting tools in system, I will talk a little bit more about all these things in my slides. This is just setting a tone. So cash flow and inventory forecasting, it tells you about your future cash flow and your future inventory forecasting. And then artificial intelligence, it helps you to make your decision more proactively rather than reactive. And a classic example of this is late payment prediction. This was recently introduced in the last version by Microsoft. That has grown immensely. So, okay, let's talk about machine learning and AI. And this is what I wanted to show you with on my Outlook client. So let us go back to my Outlook. So this customer has asked me, please send me a code for below, request you to send me the code by evening. So uh, a customer is a customer. If they want a quote by evening, we'll probably have to give them. So I am inside sales quote. I don't want to go out of my Outlook. I will simply click sales quote. So what this does as a next step, it will open a screen. It will go inside Business Central. It will search for the item. So London chair and for conference table. It matched this item description, the closest descriptions, and it suggests you items. So these are the two items that it suggested and the quantities. So it has suggested me quantity of 72, which is pretty accurate. I will select the ones that I want to and click OK. So this has created a sales code. If you see the number, this sales code is inside Business Central now. Uh, Probably some of you also do email to these customers. So, first of all, let me show you. It has generated everything, GST, sorry, VAT and everything. It has, uh, done the entire setup based on that. It has picked everything up, what you defined during your sales quote process. So you can simply, without again logging into Business Central, click this button, send by email. So what this will do, this will generate an email uh, directly, which is sending to this customer. Just see, it has printed out my sales quote report. So this is my sales quote. It depends on what your sales quote report is. It will generate that. Uh, we have put you can put a template email as well. So this says, thank you for your business. Your quote is attached, number, total value. And if we receive and it also gives you the payment terms. And this message can be changed from customer to customer. So you can have your own customized message, which will have your own sort of data that you can simply send them. And that's it. So this was a little bit about AI, specifically talking about Outlook. There are other things. So this is inventory forecasting. So this is an extension that uses Azure AI to predict future sales based on your sales history to help you avoid inventory shortage. For example, when you choose an item on the items page, the chart on the right hand side that my mouse is pointing out, this shows you the estimated sales of this item in the coming period. This way, you can see if you're likely to run out of the stock of that item soon. You can collaborate across your organization and supply chain to make better and faster decisions. Another example, the image analyzer extension uses powerful image analytics provided by Computer Vision API for Microsoft Cognitive Services to detect attributes in the image that you import for items and contact persons. So you can easily review and assign them. For items, attribute could be whether it's a type of item, table or car, or whether what color it is, red, blue, or for contact person, it could be attributes such as gender or age. So a little bit insight into that. So let's talk about, this is one of my favorite topics, and everyone nowadays hear a lot about this buzzword big data. So Power BI is just that. You can design your reports directly in Power BI. In good old days, we talked about a lot about those traditional systems, SSRS, but all that has changed. This is powerful, intuitive. This is fast. So uh, you can develop your reports and display on the workbench or the landing page on the Power BI, and you can interact with these reports as you normally do inside Power BI. So meanwhile I was talking, I've come to my Business Central screen. I will expand this report. You can create a data culture where every employee can make their decisions based on facts and not opinions. This report that I'm visually looking at, these are the parameters affecting my profitability, on my fingertips. You know, um, I can interact with this report. I can slice this data the way I want to. For example, I want to look at 2020 data. This is showing me, my personal expense over time. So there are a lot of reports that you can, probably develop and directly publish inside Power BI. So finally, talking about other things, so finance team with appropriate rights and access controls can take advantage of predefined finance reports. There are many. It moves beyond traditional reporting constraints, empowering business to efficiently create and edit various type of reports. You can allow them to create, maintain, deploy, and view their financial statements using account schedule. Some of you might already be using it, and that in experience has become more powerful. You can manage generation and distribution of financial reports through collaboration capabilities in Business Central, and you can make your report more interactive. So, talked about you know how it improves your productivity. The second thing I want to talk about is technology modernization. We've On a summary level, these are just a few things that we could cover in just this short period of time. As I said, we'll be happy to show you a personalized demo and show you dig deeper on all things that are available. So technology modernization, before I start off, let me tell you the key highlights of what we are going to discuss. This will be the only upgrade you will ever need. This is a SaaS system, and Microsoft releases a major upgrade every 6 months, and every month there is minor upgrades, bug fixes, and even in my minor upgrades, there are sometimes new functionalities. So, this is the only upgrade you will ever need. After this, it will your future upgrade cost will be zero. Effectively manage and operate your Dynamics 365 Business Central environment. I will talk about this. This is how you can manage your own. Earlier, you used to do a lot of manpower for AMCs and servers. We'll talk about that. You can personalize the solution using tools like Power BI, Power Apps, Automate, and CDS, Common Data Service. You can extend your solution with a powerful development environment and a comprehensive app store. And it's all secure and reliable. So let me jump on to the first thing, which I'm excited to talk about, Tenant Administration Center. So you won't have any dependencies on the IT team to manage your environment. The deployment and installation made super easy. No need to install fat clients. So if you remember in your good old days when you first deployed nav, and if you have good huge size of users, then there was a lot of struggle of going into and accessing each user and installing everything in their systems. No need to do that. This browser is how you access it. There is no more requirement of annual maintenance contracts to anyone, no dependencies on third parties to manage your IT infra, or spending humongous amount of money on manpower to manage it. It is all done by Microsoft, all controlled by Microsoft, and you have given sufficient amount of control to manage your environments. So you can create and manage production environments. You can set administrative notification. You can set telemetry. You can manage extensions. We'll talk about extensions, what that is. And this is all at one place. And yes, you can also restore your environment on a backdate. Some of you probably remember in past that somebody made a blunder, and I can't go back and somebody has to go and fix it. Microsoft has introduced a capability that you can restore your environment on a backdate. In this 1 hour, things has gone horribly wrong. I can restore my environment one hour back, and that happens in matter of minutes. So it gives you a huge capability with that respect. A lot of people. So when a little personal story, when I started my career with this, so with Business Central, so I always wanted, I'm not a techie, I don't do coding, so I always wanted to solve business problems by developing apps. It always fascinated me, but I didn't know how to code. But I feel powerful now because the tools like Power Apps and Power Automate, these are revolutionary tools. These are enabling you to create your own automations and apps completely code free. You can enable your finance teams to improve productivity across business with an integrated application platforms, Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate to automate workflows. You can take advantage of pre-built. There are pre-built Power Automate templates. Uh, if you get a chance after this webinar, you can Google Power Automate templates and you will find hundreds of third-party apps already having a template of integration. So you apps such as Mailchimp, which sometimes some of our customers do like to export contacts and do that, and all that is done automatically. Events which is used for event, some of our customers are also using that. So all that is done by as a preset templates in Power Apps. So you've probably heard extensions 2 or 3 or 4 times and probably been wondering what that extension is. So extension is all about extensibility. All the Microsoft environment is connected tightly together, whether it's Office 365, your custom built Power Apps, Power Automate through common data model, and it's connected with connectors and gateways. Um, and you can build your own custom line of business apps uh, on Power Apps platform code free. It interacts with Business Central. You can retrieve data, you can send data through Power Apps, and it is a beautiful experience. For some of our customers have developed their small apps, which uh, you know uh, small amount of people in their company are using, and some of customers are using on large scale as well. So you can push and pull data from Business Central, and then you have third party apps. I'll talk that about in next slide, but this is what we are talking about, extension. So about integrating and extending. Uh, so as powerful as Power BI, Power Apps, and Automate are, there are times that you want to go one step further and use an existing app available in market. You must have heard about concepts such as that I will get this add-on in my system. So earlier, you were dependent on your partners to install the objects, and there were costs relating to that as well. Now you don't need to do that. There is Microsoft App Store, just as for Android users, Google Play Store. For iPhone users, there's App Store. Similar to that, you just open App Store, click install. Some of them are free apps, some of them are paid apps, but you just simply do install apps on Microsoft App Source, and just as in your mobile device, it will get installed. And so Microsoft has, I'll talk a little bit more about this in my next slide, but just to give you a little perspective, because APIs, everybody is hearing about APIs, and APIs is a big thing, and it's a good integration tool. So Microsoft has made a major investment in APIs for you to use and integrate other specialized system and other areas of your business. The API capabilities has enhanced tremendously and will continue to improve in coming times as Microsoft is investing heavily in it. So talking about App Store, just coming, I'm just coming back to what I was saying before. App Source, you can simply go and discover new apps. Almost every app offers a trial, at least 10 to 30 days. Some also offer for 60 days as well. And you can try out your line of business apps. Earlier, for even trying out these apps, you were dependent on them giving you demo. Probably you will still probably need it to efficiently use it, but you can nevertheless install and try out yourselves. So it's an ecosystem where your business users can get started using apps faster, and some of these apps also has quick start guides and quick start installation wizards. So like you install a application on your Windows, you just click next, 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 next. It's like that experience. So it's a beautiful app source. It has some beautiful apps. You can go and go Bazinga on that and try out. So in a nutshell, this is what we have talked about up till now, all in one single slide. It's based on Azure Cloud Platform. It's secure and reliable. It has common data service connectors, and you can use those connectors to connect with Power Platforms to build your own apps on top of Business Central. And you can improve your process and productivity by using Office 365 apps with Business Central, Outlook, Excel, Word. And there is on top of that, there is part ISV and partner ecosystem, which we just talked about, Microsoft App Source. And uh, uh, most of you must be aware how strong the partner ecosystem of Microsoft Business Solution Microsoft has. So these apps improve tremendously with time. And now, you will get all their updates with Business Central happening almost without any effort. So talked about productivity, talked about uh, technology modernization. This is one very common question that everybody asks us: where is my data stored? So for our relevance, I will talk about UK. We have two data centers in UK. One is in UK West, Cardiff, and one is in UK South, London. So the Microsoft has huge data centers in these two places spread across huge amount of land. Another very important question, and something which probably some people have burned hands with other systems, but this is SaaS system, and Microsoft guarantees a 99.9% service availability monthly for production databases. uh, in case of unfortunate disaster, it gives you a failover or RPO in less than 24 hours, and it also offers you a monthly service credit. So we have talked about a lot about why upgrade to Business Central, and I like talking about that. So I will give you a for those who have joined late, I will give you a brief, quick 2-minute talk at the end as well. But let's talk about Business Central upgrade path. How do I upgrade Business Central? What is the migration process? How does it looks like? So the migration process, the upgrade process is divided into 4 parts: analysis, migration, training UAT, and final migration. So these are broad level process. Analysis usually happens during the code procedure, where we do we review your database, review your existing customization, your data size, do a technical and functional analysis on that. On top of that, then we do once we have done that, this is a stage where we identify the complexity of what you are using, the complexity of the customizations that you have. Then we move on to the migration process. This is when we start upgrading your database. We take a old or backup of your database, and we start upgrading the objects, upgrading the doing a technical upgrade. In simple terms, we migrate data to online Business Central SaaS. Um, we do testing, internal testing, and bugs fixing and functionality from our side. We re-engineer customizations, because earlier you were it's not necessary for everything, but probably out of 10 customization, 1 or 2 might need re-engineering, because earlier it was on-prem, now it's on online version, so it could be. You can reconnect external system tools. We reconnect those external system tools such as Jet. It's a very common system that some of our customers use. Jet, Power BI. Once we are happy from our side, we come to you for training and user acceptance testing. So training, first step for doing the training is giving the users training on new UI, giving them new functionality training. And this is a blend of a couple of trainings that we do in which we do new UI and new functionality, user interface. For some of you which you are coming from 2009 onwards, which have classic clients, they probably have more time to invest in this space. And people who are coming in from 2013 to 2018 probably need less assistance in UI, because it is somewhat, I won't say same, but it's somewhat similar-ish. So then we spend more time with that users in new functionality training. Um, and then we handhold the users. They do their complete functionality testing. We handhold whatever issues they report to us. We make a issue register, and do a tracking proper, and then open a Teams channel. Nowadays we have started doing that. We open Teams channel for each of your department, and then they report their issues there, and then we create a issue register out of that and do a tracking, and give reporting to the top guns in your team. And then final migration and post go live support. So post go live support is like a hand holding on the issues and common scenarios that a user could face post go live. So we do that hand holding as well. So that is upgrade path. But what about approach? Each customer is unique. Each customer requirements are different. So these are the 4 pillars of how we approach towards business central upgrade. So these 4 pillars are data, customizations, ISV solutions, and integrations. These are the 4 key things in a nutshell that a system has. So let's start with data. Data, you have historical data, or you can go with the entire legacy data that you have in your current system. And some customers also prefer to cut all the clutter and go with a light fresh implementation. And with that opening data approach, you must remember it from the time you implement it nav freshly. So in that case, people prefer to, some of our customers did prefer to go with the fresh implementation. Customization. So as we do analysis at that stage, we take one approach out of these 3 mentioned. Either we go with full customization as a system, plus we plug in all the new functionalities. Without customization, some of our customers have also gone in, like, I want to do a requirement gathering again. So they have also gone in with a project approach. They have also gone in a couple of upgrades. They have also gone with a fresh database without any customization. So it depends. If that's your need, we can go with that as well. Or since we have done analysis and we have listed down all the customizations, we can go with selective customizations as well. Some of you, the third pillar, ISV solutions, some of you might be using some ISVs such as payroll or some e-commerce integration, or document capture, Continia. It's a very common used in UK. So in that ISV solution, we pick that up. We see if there is any ISV solutions that in the previous system you were using ISV, and that has been introduced in Business Central as a standard. So we switch to standard configuration, give you as much similar functionality as possible. Or if you still need ISV and there is no standard approach to that, then we contact the vendor that you have for that ISV and get their Business Central environment installed. There is very minimal effort from our side to install this ISV solutions, because that's available in app stores. And integration, this is important topic, because in legacy systems, in on-prem systems, there were file-based integrations. So people used to talk a lot about I'll drop a file here and you pick up a file from here. All this is transitioning. We do support file-based integration as well, and there are very less partners who have that knowledge to do file-based integrations in Business Central. We do offer that, but we still suggest you to switch your file-based integrations to API integrations. And if it's a API integration, then there is nothing better than that. You will probably need to re-engineer nothing in that case. So these are the 4 major pillars. So we have talked about all these things just to give you a final preview of what we have discussed today. These are the reasons to move to Business Central. You can reduce your cost by having less servers, everything on cloud. You can simplify deployments. As I said, no need to install fat clients. Retire need for maintenance of servers. So through Tenant Administration Center, you control everything. It's super secure. It's on Microsoft Azure. There is no need to worry. You will never need to upgrade again. As I said, this is something which will go on as it's a SaaS system. You will not need to upgrade again. This doesn't mean your system doesn't upgrade. Your system upgrades whenever Microsoft releases a new solution or new version. So you will never go outdated. You will always be on the latest version. You can get a line of business apps via extensions. You can remove technology gaps by using Power Automate and Power Apps. Whatever gap you have inside your business, you can remove those technology gaps. and go towards full-blown digital transformation. And you can have it's obviously a mobile, simplified, and a seamless experience. So I will hand this call back to Nitesh, who will talk about the current offers and benefits that Business Central has.
Thank you so much, Sahil. I hope this was helpful for our attendees. If you are an existing Dynamics customer and wants to save money on your Dynamics Navision, SL, or GP migration project, then you should give attention to this detail. Microsoft has come up with an exciting offer named as BREP2 CSP program, which allows existing customers who are active on their enhancement plan, that is the BREP, to renew through this program. Not only you can now pay the renewal fee in 12 monthly installments, but you will also get 60% discount for all Dynamics 365 Business Central licenses. Isn't that exciting? You can now continue to use your current Dynamics environment and have the dual use and downgrade rights with the flexibility to opt for the licenses when you're ready to migrate your application. You will also be entitled to receive all the enhancement plan benefits which you have been getting of late. To summarize, there cannot be a better time for you to upgrade your Dynamics application to Dynamics 365 Business Central Cloud. Now let's look at some of the price comparison for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central license. On the left-hand side, you are seeing the current pricing for UK without the offer, and on the right-hand side is the pricing with the offer. Dynamics 365 Business Central Essential license, which now costs you £52 per user per month, will only cost you £21 per user per month with the offer. If you use manufacturing or service module, Dynamics 365 Business Central Premium license, which costs you £75 per user per month, will only cost you £30 per user per month. Team member license, which costs you £6 per user per month, will go as low as £2 per user per month. This offer is valid until 30th June 2021. So if you're probably looking for the upgrade in the near future, we would certainly urge you to take the decision before the offer lapses. So that is all from us at Dynamics Square. We hope you had a great time learning everything about Dynamics 365 Business Central during this live session. The webinar is now open for a Q&A session, and we will help you with all the clarifications which you might have. You may now use the chat box to ask your questions.
Okay, one of the questions that we have got from a couple of customers is that how much time it will take to upgrade. Nitesh, you would like to take that?
Right. See, typically, Dynamics upgrade project takes anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks. It totally depends upon how customized your Dynamics setup is and whether you are using a standard application or it's heavily customized. So it totally depends upon that. I think to help you with the exact time frames, we would need to understand your current setup. But typically speaking, we are talking about anywhere between 4 to 8 months. Sorry, weeks. So we've got another question from Andy. He's asking, where will my data be stored? So if you're in UK, we've got 2 Microsoft data centers in Cardiff and London. So depending upon where location you are located, you will get the nearest data center from Microsoft. and all your Microsoft applications, be it Dynamics 365 or Office 365, will be hosted on a single server.
So we've got one more question. How does the hybrid solution work? So a hybrid solution is like you deploy your Business Central on premise. You also have online data. So sometimes there is connectivity issues at some places. So you have them have a on-prem version deployed for them, and then there is a Business Central syncing that happens from that on-prem environment to online environment. So those are typically for companies that are located remote, and there is less internet connectivity, but that case is like slowly that area slowly diminishing because it is usually the connectivity is there, but you always have that option to do that. So one more question, how the reporting would be improved with D365? So you have various options actually. There is inbuilt tools such as account schedules. There are various charts that are available. I did show you that in the demo. In case you missed it, you check out the recording, please. And there is obviously Power BI. The Power BI has seamless integration with Business Central as well. We would be happy to show you a demo if you would need to see that at any point.
So we've got another question. What do you need from our side to give you the code for the upgrade? So we would need the access of your current Dynamics server. It could be probably your Dynamics Navision SLOGP. We would need the admin rights, or you can say the super user access. To access the application or the server, and based on that we typically would need a couple of days to understand the business processes you're running in, and based on the analysis we will help you with the quotation. So it generally takes 3 to 5 days at max.
Just adding to what Nitesh said, it does not necessarily needs to be super user access. If that's some customers in past did have a problem with that. So if you just give us the objects list you have and just brief us about if there is any integration, major critical integration running, give us the objects backup only. That would also be okay. That's desirable, what Nitesh just said, but it's also not a problem if we go on that path that you give us the objects only and just brief us on any integration that is happening. Okay, somebody just asked what is the typical upgrade cost on average from your part. Look, I can't put a number just because every customer is unique. If you are on a previous version 2018 and you're more or less running standard, then the cost would be considerably less than if you are on 2005 version, 5.0 version, and you have more integrations and customization. So putting a number to it would be not ideal. It depends on your situation. If you have not upgraded for a long time, it would be probably a little more expensive. But if you're on version 2018, 17, 16, or on this around this version, then it would be typically be lesser than if you're coming in from the older version. So if you want to upgrade quote, as Nitesh mentioned, it would be ideal for us to have access to your system. If not, then at least the objects of your system.
Just in case you would like to know more about how we can help you with this transition, you are free to reach out to us on the number and email address mentioned on your screen. Our number is 0207-193-2502. If you're calling outside UK, you would have to put in +44 as the country code. And our email address is info@dynamicsquare.co.uk. In case you have any questions, you can always ask and reach out to us there.
So there is one more question. Specifically, that's why we moved to this slide. One of the participant, I'll just publish the question for all of you. So when Microsoft update to Dynamics SaaS, is the update effective immediately, or there'll be opportunity to run through UAT before realizing to life within our organization? There'll be definitely, as we said, it's a process. It's not something which will transition immediately. We first do a test migration. We do testing from our side. We do all the bug fixing from our side. We've done more than 30 upgrades now. Uh, so we know that what sort of problems there could be, and we prefix those problems. So all you will have the complete opportunity to test the system first. It's not something that will happen in a couple of days. It will probably take some weeks time to it'll take probably a few weeks for you to completely transition into Dynamics SaaS, Dynamics 365 Business Central. So it's not something that will happen without a user acceptance testing.
Just for an update, this live session is also being recorded from our end, so we will send you the recording link post this webinar. I don't see we've got any more questions, so thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. We look forward to seeing you on the other side. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.